research. This self-portrait shows Barney just home from school, sitting in his computer chair. In one hand, he's still holding his school bag filled with his soccer ball, lunchbox and homework folder that contains his reader and a spelling worksheet. In the other hand, Barney is logging on to the family computer to do some coding and to use Google to find some tutorials that help him with the more complex codes in the game he's creating. Barney's picture draws our attention to the way that children's literacy worlds are currently divided between the traditional skills of reading and writing, predominantly with pen and paper in the classroom, and the many and changing ways that children read, write and interact with multimodal and digital tech such as interactive media, Google searches, YouTube videos and more. I'm interested in how children perceive and manage the divide between these two worlds. To explore this, I spoke to 14 children over the course of 3 school terms. Together we drew pictures, took photos and talked in focus groups and individual interviews. Like Barney, these children took me into their worlds where I was afforded a privileged glimpse at literacy from a child's perspective, a perspective we don't often consider in the literature. Through the theoretical lens of super complexity, I went into a world where a 10-year-old boy who cannot read continues to search for information about his favourite soccer players by dictating his search into the Google Voice function, finding web pages via an image search and then listening to that information by pressing the speech button on his phone. Where a 9-year-old who has no books in her home continues to read about her world every morning before school with the confidence that that text on screen was written by Dr. Google. My research exposes children's everyday literacy opportunities and experiences and allows us to infer some of those invisible understandings that these children have about literacy. Makes me wonder about the literacy we teach at school and what we might be missing. Can we imagine an education of the future where all children are taught the skills they need to be literate in their contexts, so they can read from a book but also from Google, so they can write with a pen but also a keyboard and a touchpad? You see, Barney here, he's doing okay, he's managing this divide, but my research suggests that for some children, the divide is getting wider and unmanageable. It's time to address this.